Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is TL. For this video, I want to talk about the buying versus renting property. Is it true that buying is always better than renting? Uh, and before I start going into the detail of this video, I want to make it clear that I am not a licensed financial investor or licensed financial advisor. Um, my credential in financial advising is none. This video is entirely based on my observation and from hearing stories from my friends, coworkers, and watching YouTube videos on the downsides and upside of buying and versus renting property. So keep that in mind as we go through this video. And this video is designed to help you or to inform you of some of the hidden costs that you may not be aware that are associated with buying the property or renting the property, so that when it comes to time that you have to make a decision on either buying or renting, you will have a better information and better understanding, um, so that you can make a right decision here. So let's start out the video by introducing some characters. So for this video, I'm gonna be using two characters named Rob and Steve. So both Rob and Steve have a similar financial situation. They have same salary. They live paycheck to paycheck. They have no saving. They have no 401k contribution. They pay the same amount for rent, and they both live in the city to be close to work. So here's the situation. So recently, both Rob and Steve each received $25,000 as inheritance from their family members. So the spending of the $25,000 is different from Rob and Steve. So Rob always dreamed to have a home, a property that he's own, and therefore Rob have done some calculation, and he realized that he could use $25,000 as a down payment for his new home, which is located in the suburban area. And instead of paying rent, Rob will pay the same amount that what he is currently paying for rent for mortgage for the new home. And for Steve, um, he's not in any hurry of purchasing a property, and therefore this is what he decided to spend the money. Steve decided to put $3,500 into health saving account. Steve decided to start his contribution in 401k because Steve heard that people keep saying that the earlier you contribute to 401k, the better because of the compounding interest. So Steve decided to put 19,500 in 401k funds. And for the remaining of the $25,000, which is the $2,000, Steve decided to put it into the high interest saving account as the emergency fund. And Steve, continued to pay rent and live in the city to be close to work. And here's the outcomes of the decision that were made by Rob and Steve. So in terms of Rob outcomes, so here's the pros. By purchasing the property, Rob now is building up the equity for being a property owner. So instead of paying a mortgage for someone as a rental payment, Rob paying for his own mortgage. And then let's say his property increase in price in the future, Rob will gain the benefit from the increase in prices of his property. So those are the advantages of Rob decision, and here's the cons of the outcome for Rob. So because Rob decided to use $25,000 as the down payment for the home, Rob has to pay taxes on the $25,000 because $25,000 still considered as his income or gift that received from someone. And because Rob used all the $25,000 as a down payment, he continued to live paycheck to paycheck, so his financial situation is not improved. Um, and because Rob now no longer live in the city, which is close to work, he moved to the suburban area. So he spent more time to commute to work. And since Rob didn't contribute into a 401k or health saving account, Rob missed out on the potential gain from investment in 401k and HSA. So that is the pros and cons for Rob. So when it comes to Steve, the pros of the decision on Steve spend money is that now Steve start to have the emergency fund by having $2,000 put into the high interest saving account. So by having that emergency fund, Steve is able to improve his financial condition. So let's say if his car broken down, uh, he will have the fund to fix it uh, easily. And because they put money away into SSA and 401k, which is considered as the income deductible, Steve significantly reduced the amount of taxes that he has to pay on the $25,000. And most of the employers, when they offer 401k, they usually offer a matching contribution, meaning that if you put in $1, your employer will matching up with a dollar of their own. And most of the employer matching program is around 6% or 8%, meaning that if you put in 6% of your salary into 401k, your employer will put up their free money 6% to match with your contribution. So for Steve to have the money put into 401k, he's also gained the employer matching program on employer contribution of 6 to 8%. So those are the pros for Steve decision, and the cons is the miss out from the benefit of being homeowners. So here's the phrase that you heard a lot when you watching the YouTube video for financial advisor, or you watching people talk on TV, and the phrase is opportunity cost. So what is it mean, the opportunity cost? So here is the what the opportunity cost really mean. So think of the opportunity cost like a trade-off. So in this case, for Rob, the opportunity costs are the cons of his making, of his decision making, and the pros that Steve have, but Rob cannot have. So just think of opportunity cost as the trade-off. So in this case, but for Rob to decide to purchase the property, he missed out on the employer matching program. He missed out on the saving on taxes. He missed out on the capital gain from the investment from 401k and SSA program. And for Steve, the opportunity cost would be, the trade-off that, because he didn't put the money into purchasing the property and continue to pay rent, he missed out all the benefit of being a homeowners. so on and so forth. Uh, and and so whenever you have to make a decision of either, well, if you have to buy or you have to sell, that is not, a black and white answer, like, it's always benefit to purchase a property, it's always benefit to rent a property, it's always, benefit to do X, Y, and Z. Every decision that you make, um, there's always a trade-off. And I hope that by watching this video, you are now, being more informed. You are now, being more aware of all the trade-offs, so that, next time when you make a decision, you will be able to incorporate that into your decision making, um, so that you will be able to come up with the, correct solution, correct options for your situation. So this is the end of my video, and I hope that you find the information, informative. And as always, thanks for watching.